Agnes loves unicorns. Agnes has two lifelong dreams. One is to be adopted into a loving family, completed, and the other is to have a pet unicorn. Explore Agnes's love for unicorns inside this lovely picture book and join her as she goes on her biggest adventure yet to capture a unicorn. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Agnes. She had two older sisters. The oldest was named Margot, and the other was named Edith. The three sisters were orphans and lived at Miss Hattie's home for girls. Margot, the oldest, Agnes, the youngest, Edith, the middle sister. Miss Hattie's home for girls. Every night when the girls went to sleep, Agnes dreamed that a mommy and daddy would adopt them. She was sure they would be adopted very soon and that the mommy and daddy would be nice. Margot, Edith, and Agnes's room is here. Edith is praying that the bugs don't crawl into their brains. Gross. She also wanted a pet unicorn. Agnes loved unicorns. She knew they were real. Every night she sang herself to sleep with a song she had made up all about unicorns. Edith trying to sleep, Margot trying to sleep, Agnes singing about unicorns. Agnes's song: unicorns, I love them, unicorns, I love them, unicorns, I love them, unicorns, I could pet one if they were really real, and they are. So I bought one so I could pet it. Now it loves me, now I love it. After she sang this, she always had the most magical dreams all about unicorns. Agnes's toy unicorn. One day, Agnes's dream came true. Just not exactly as she had always imagined. Agnes and her sisters were adopted by Gru, who was a dentist. Gru, not a dentist. The girls first meet Gru. Agnes has Gru's leg. One day, Gru took the girls to Super Silly Funland, the most fun place on earth. It was here that Agnes first spotted something fluffy. It was love at first sight. The game they were playing was unfair, but luckily, Gru had a gadget that helped level the playing field. Gru's gadget that levels the playing field. Agnes finally had a dad and her very own fluffy unicorn, perhaps the fluffiest unicorn ever. It's so fluffy I could die. She was so happy. From that moment on, Agnes and Fluffy did everything together. Fluffy is here. Tea parties with Gru, stories at bedtime. This story is about unicorns too. And board games with Margot. They also slept together side by side every night. Agnes loved Fluffy very much. One very scary time when the minion Kevin was injected with PX-41, Purple Kevin tried to eat Fluffy. Agnes screamed so loudly that all the windows in Kevin's goggles shattered. Kevin dropped Fluffy. Agnes saved the day. Kevin's goggles before they were broken. No one can come between a girl and her fluffy unicorn. As much as Agnes loved Fluffy, she loved her family even more. So when her mommy and daddy, Lucy and Gru, lost their jobs at the AVL, Agnes knew what she had to do. She held a yard sale to sell all her toys, including her beloved Fluffy. Fluffy being sold. When the family went to visit Gru's newfound twin brother Drew in Fredonia, Agnes heard about a local legend. The legend stated that real unicorns roamed the nearby forest and that if you were a maiden of the purest heart, you could find one. Agnes and Edith even found a real unicorn horn in a pub. Proof. Agnes knew she had a pure heart, so she knew just what she had to do. Agnes and Edith set off into the forest determined to find a mystical unicorn. It would fulfill Agnes's lifelong dream to find and become friends with a unicorn, and Edith's more recent dream, in case unicorns did exist, of filming a unicorn and selling the video to become rich. This is how Edith feels about the quest. This is how Edith imagines she'll feel if unicorns are real, and she films it. When Agnes finds a unicorn, she will give it the biggest hug. In the end, the maiden with the purest heart found something that she knew was a unicorn in the forest, and it was love at first sight. Like a unicorn, this creature has only one horn. Happy Agnes. Agnes named it Lucky, and they lived happily ever after. The end.